Isaiah, who blesses us with beautiful prophetic imagery that is meant to prepare us for the coming of God's kingdom. And today's is perhaps the most classic passage from Isaiah's prophecy about this future kingdom. He gives us beautiful images of harmony and peace ruling over the world. Lambs and wolves browsing together, calves and lions both eating hay, babies playing with cobras, all existing peacefully. Isaiah again is looking to a time when the kingdom of God will reign on the earth and all relationships will be restored. He foresees a leader, a Messiah, who comes from the line of King David. The Messiah is the shoot that will sprout from the lineage of King David. And this leader, this Messiah, will rule with fairness and justice, and peace will fill the land. Well, as beautiful as Isaiah's imagery may be, it may sound more like a fairy tale than anything else. After all, just look around you. Our world is filled with violence and injustice, unrest, broken relationships. If you watch National Geographic, you know, lambs and wolves, calves and lions and babies and cobras do not play together and do not rest together. When we ask, will this peaceable kingdom come? Well, maybe we should be asking another question. What can we do to bring about that peaceable kingdom? What are we doing now to bring this kingdom of justice, love, and peace into our world? Just the other day, Father Daniel, who's doing our mission, we were watching a TV program which focused on a Jewish woman who is married to a Muslim man in the Middle East. They own and operate an organic farm which employs Jews and Muslims. And the program demonstrated how people of two very different faiths can put away their differences and work together in a spirit of peace and love. And while their relationship caused tension at first, especially with the families, their marriage now gives witness to what is possible when people truly love each other and truly try to live in peace with each other. You know, Jesus came into a world that was already filled with violence, but he remained a man of peace. He wasn't swayed by the conventional wisdom of be suspicious of your neighbor and don't mingle with people who are different. Jesus was and remained a man of peace. We may never see the end to violence and hatred in our world, but we can each do our part to bring this peaceable kingdom to pass. We can begin by speaking with words of peace and love instead of joining in the banter of others, words of hatred and suspicion. That'd be a good beginning. We can teach our children and grandchildren, remind them about the inherent dignity of every person, regardless of the walk of life they come from. We can begin building the kingdom of peace by reaching out to people who are different from ourselves. We can begin looking at what we have in common instead of the things that separate us. We can move our world along to a more peaceful place. So like Jesus, who comes into the world to bring the human family together with his gifts of mercy and forgiveness, we can help bring Isaiah's prophecy to a fulfillment. Isaiah was prophesying 600 years before Christ. So 2,600 years later, are we any closer to that prophecy being fulfilled? Advent is a good season to start living it out.